Good evening, everyone. I am Vlad here at Pepsi Center. Today is April 22nd, 2018. The Colorado Avalanche facing off again against the Nashville Predators in Game 6 of their first round of the Western Conference playoffs for the Stanley Cup. Well, y'all probably already know by now, but the season is officially over. The Avalanche lost tonight by a score of 5-0 to the Nashville Predators. Nashville wins the series 4-2, and they will advance to the second round of the playoffs to face the Winnipeg Jets. No real need to go over the minutia of tonight's contest. It was a shutout. It was a large shutout, and that pretty much sums it up. So we can talk about what this team could have done with a healthy roster, or at least a healthier roster than what they had. But given what they've done, not just in tonight's, given what they've done in this series, they've far exceeded everybody's expectations, and that was a trend that they had set from the moment the puck first hit the ice for that very first face-off back in October at Madison Square Garden against the New York Rangers. There were a lot of questions swirling around this team at that point. What was going to happen with the roster after the nuclear winter of the season before? How would things play out with Matt Duchene? Where would he wind up? What trade would be made? How would that trade impact the team? How healthy would Semyon Varlamov be? What would Jonathan Bernier do in goal? There were a lot of questions, and by and large, the Avalanche answered them in a fashion that was a lot different than many people may have expected this season. They exceeded all expectations and most expectations from the hockey experts, and know-it-alls said that this was not going to be a playoff team, that this was going to be a team that was going to finish with the rest of the bottom ranks in the league. They would be a lottery team, and this was not a lottery team. They proved that as the season started. They got off to a good start. Matt Duchene ended up getting traded. That big trade altered the landscape for the Avalanche. Sam Girard comes in, Andrew Hammond comes in, Shane Bowers comes in, Vladislav Kamenev comes in, and some picks in the draft also come in. And at that point, we see the emergence of Nathan MacKinnon. He became the player that we all were wondering if this would be the Nathan MacKinnon. But we were wrong, because none of us expected him to become this Nathan MacKinnon. So we, as Avalanche fans, just marveled at what he was able to do, and the rest of that top line with Gabe Landeskog and Mikko Rantanen this season. They went on a 10-game winning streak, which was completely unexpected. They surprised the hockey world by even winning probably 4 games, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and so on. And the league started to take notice. Opinions began to change. So when the playoffs really became a possibility, Joe Sakic believed in his core. He believed in his team. He didn't make any moves except for a deal at the AHL level involving Chris Bigras, and stood his ground, and the team marched their way into the playoffs with a thrilling win on the final day of the regular season. Sorry about that. Connection went a little bit weird, but we're back. So where was I? They made it in. They drew the President's Trophy winning Nashville Predators. And again, the hockey experts were saying Preds in 5, Preds in 4, but no, this team would not let that happen, and they kept going. They got a victory here on home ice in Game 3. They did the they pulled off a near miraculous finish in Game 5. They pushed this team and stayed with them every stride for stride, and ultimately, Nashville did prove to be the better team. They proved to be the victor, but the Avalanche proved that this team has a very bright future ahead of them. So, hats off to our Colorado Avalanche for doing everything that they did this season. All the memories, all the highs, and all the great moments that happened this season. The trip to Sweden, the 10-game winning streak, even Andrew Hammond stealing the show for Game 5 here a few days ago. But a lot of wonderful memories, and let's keep in mind, this is a very young team. So while in the moment it's upsetting to lose this game tonight and have the season come to an end, especially in the way that it did and not being able to get anything on the scoreboard, there's going to be a better future coming for this team, and it's going to be great to see how this young core matures, how they grow, what they learn, and what they can accomplish together. Jared Bednar really did a masterful job with his coaching staff this season in guiding this team and being able to get them to this point. He deserves a lot of credit, and Gabe Landeskog, as captain, of course, deserves credit for his leadership. And high marks all around, of course. The team just, what do you say other than just you tip your hat and say, wow, great job, guys. Now let's try and see what we can do coming up in the 2018-2019 season, which I know sounds like a long way away from now, but it'll be here before we know it. But rest assured that I will be here, Burgundy Rainbow will be here, and every step of the way we will have all the coverage that we can get our hands on to do the best that we can for our Avalanche community, who has been amazing at giving us your support in our first year. We can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for all the support you've given to not just the site, but to all of our staff members. I won't name them all because well, Earl, Jackie, Steph, Rudo, No Need to Yell, Professor Oak. I know I'm just hitting the highlights here, but for our first year, I think we did a great job, and we were fortunate to have some really great things happen to make our first year for Burgundy Rainbow a very successful one. So stick with us as we head into the postseason and get ready for our draft coverage coming up here in a couple of months, free agency in the summer, rookie camps, training camps, and the upcoming puck drop coming for the 18-19 season. This is all stuff that we're still learning every day. I'm trying to get better. We're all trying to get better. I appreciate everyone's support for all the stuff that I've done and your support of our videos here. Thank you all for the kind words, and I'm glad to be doing this for you. I'm happy to do it. I'm having a blast. I had a lot of fun from the start of the season in that very first preseason game I did with the Vegas Golden Knights back in September to here to the postseason in Game 6 against the Nashville Predators. Fun ride. I can't wait to do it all again coming up. I can't wait to do it all again in the fall. So we're going to have some great stuff for you, so stick with us. We're going to have some great stuff coming your way. But as for me, this video is now going to come to an end. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for everything, all your support this season. So with that, I say, for continuing coverage and conversation on the Colorado Avalanche, head to burgundyrainbow.com, join the Burgundy Rainbow Discord, and join the GDT channel. And as always, stay tuned to burgundyrainbow.com for continuing coverage and conversation on the Colorado Avalanche as they now begin their postseason plans and make their way towards preparing. Okay. I've had the connection cut out twice, so now it's really time to wrap up. So one final thank you. I am Vlad from Pepsi Center, and I will see you in the fall when the new season starts in September. And until then, from Pepsi Center, let's go Avs.